it going, Virgo, and welcome to Delos Divine. I will be providing you with personalized tarot readings for this month, giving you insight and wisdom and clarity. Hopefully I make it past your criticisms and you do find this just at least a little bit valid and it does ring truth to you. And if it does, please feel free to send me a personal message. I will drop a link in the video below, and we will carry on with your reading for the rest of this month. Hello, Virgo. Hello, and welcome to your monthly drag. Well, thank you for joining us, Virgo, and I would have to say that you were totally my special guest this of the zodiac, as you are the biggest criticizer. In fact, you're probably criticizing this video right now. But that's what I love about you, Virgo, and as somebody who cussed Virgo and very many near Virgo friends, I can't help but love the shit out of you guys. Alright, you Virgo, so we'll go ahead and jump into your monthly reading, and let's see what we can pull up for you, my virginal friend. Decisions. Virgo, you are in the face this month in the midst of a really big mental decision. And I know that that's kind of like almost like being vague, and we're going to just tie this up with a little bit here with the second card. And to me, with Eight of Rings, I feel like a Two of Swords, your spiritual focus this month for you is going to be deciding if you should end something that you have been putting in a lot of time and effort to. I feel like there has been a lot of commitment that you have placed or put into something. It could be a relationship or maybe a job, you know, with Rings card. You know, maybe it could be some of you guys deciding to finally leave a job. And the reason why it's a spiritual focal point, it's because this decision or what's in this position is what's going to really impact you in another kind of a way. So again, with Two of Swords, what is good about this is that the decision is in your hands. There are no outside forces that are forcing your hand or making you do something that you don't want to do here. So I will say that much. So your worldly focus is, wow, look at that, Ten of Swords. So I feel like it's you coming to the end of just this pattern and just this way of you doing things, Virgo. And the thing with you, Virgo, is I don't want to call you crazy, but it's, again, it's you guys are such creatures of habit, and I feel like you just get into this routine almost, and I feel like this routine has almost just been like the death of you. And this routine could even be you routinely going through the same kind of like cycle regarding a person or a situation or a relationship of some kind. So I feel like with Ten of Swords, it's like you're coming to the end of this. I mean, it's like it's killed you already, and I feel like you finally have decided it's killed you, which is what puts you at like this crisis point, or just this final decision point where it's like, God, this has killed me, but is it going to be for the last time, Virgo? Are you finally going to just break free of this and just break away, end the cycle, and just do away with it once and for all? Or are you again going to try to do what you guys kind of do, and is you love to perfect things, and you love to you can kind of make projects out of people and situations, so you want to be the one to change or to make something better or to have helped something. So you're in this you're with this mode of, should I just give up and just move on, and or should I continue to try to invest in this? So I do see you focusing a lot of energy here right now, and just this crisis point, I guess, just this decision that you have to make, Virgo. So Virgo is not really an impulsive sign. I think you guys are a very methodical sign, and you guys like to think about everything before you do it. So I feel like with your lesson this month, Virgo, I feel like it's kind of getting past that diffusion of responsibility. Like, it'll happen when it needs to happen, and kind of you taking up the mantle for yourself just a little bit. And I'm gonna have to keep it real with you, Virgo. I really feel like you really need to make a kind of tough call here, and I feel like you intellectualizing and you going back and forth and thinking about how you can make something better is not actually doing anything about it, and it's not going to help the situation. In fact, you've been through this so many times before here with Ten of Swords that you're no stranger to how things have gone, yet for some reason, and I think it's just your sake of loyalty and you not wanting to give up or to abandon something you've invested so much in, you continue to stay in this situation. And so I feel like with the Knight of Rings here, I think it's finally kind of telling you here with the monthly lesson, you kind of need to take up this mantle and kind of take up this tough decision and kind of pull the trigger and make that decision, Virgo. I think whatever this is that is holding you, this I feel like you're perfectly capable of doing without. It's just something about you just choosing not to, really, honestly. I'm seeing here. Positively affecting you is Five of Wands. So it's like, I feel like you have taken all of the right steps of action, and I think we can put it in that kind of like way. And I think you've taken all of the right steps and you've made all the right moves, so to speak. It's like, but again, it's like all of this action that you've taken has led you again to this point of making this decision, of making this call. And for one reason or another, you're kind of like hesitating. It's like you're at the end of the cycle, and you're right at this point in time where it's like it's either now or never, and you have to make a decision. You have to do it quickly. And I feel like this month is going to be that time for you to think about it. Right now, I don't want you to be a hermit. I don't want you to ruminate and think about things. I need you to make a decision, Virgo. When indecision, you should leave to Libra, like me. So this is for you to go ahead and make the call. Again, so it's like I feel like you're fighting for a noble cause here with Five of Wands. There is tension, there is conflict, there's a little bit of an upheaval here just in your personal life. This could be in a work kind of like dynamic. You could be maybe upset with just the way things are playing out in the greater powers, upset with possible maybe you're upset with management or just the way things or situation is being handled, and you're kind of thinking about if you should be the one to kind of step in there and make that choice and make that call and make a difference, really, ultimately. But it's like there's Virgo again, like earth signs, they kind of take the back seat and they don't particularly try to play hero. So I just feel like you're just a little bit all over the place right here. You're confusing me, Virgo, which you're usually pretty concise. I expected more from you. So I feel like right now you are thinking too much about all of the sacrifices that you have made. And although it may seem like I'm insensitive for saying that to you, but it's almost like this decision that you need to make, it's like this is not about the sacrifice, because what you're not looking at is all of the sacrifices that you have made for this person or this job or whatever the situation is. All of these sacrifices that you have made, look where it's gotten you. All you have reaped, to me, is honestly constant mental anguish over the past few months over whatever this has gotten you. And it seems to just continue in a pattern. It's like there'll be something that sparks your hope, and there's this change, and you think for just a little bit that there's something different, and then it just resets itself, and you just keep falling to the same thing again and again. And you just keep thinking about, but all of this heart, this energy, this that I put into this, it's just like, but that doesn't matter anymore, Virgo. This is about you making a decision and a judgment call that is best for you. This is about you this is about you thinking about you. And, I know Virgos, and Virgos are pretty selfless people. It's like they really tend to put other people, they're very humanitarian. So it's like I can totally see you guys getting lost in the good of others, and you kind of forget about yourself a little bit. So I just feel like I see just this working against you, your own kind of, not victim thinking, but it's like you're obsessing too much about what was and what you have put into this. It's just like that you're not seeing that nothing is changing even by you doing that. So why do you continue to do it? A word of advice, for me, I just feel like telling you, sometimes you have to walk alone, and sometimes you have to do things that are outside of your comfort zone. And I feel like here with you, Virgo, right now, I feel like you're going to have to make a decision that is going to make you a little bit uncomfortable, because it's not something that maybe you've done before, or you're not used to being in a position or in a situation in which that you are going to have an influence or a say-so or something. Again, I think maybe even in the workplace there could be something or an injustice of some kind that you really feel like taking action against, but you're too afraid to, because it just kind of goes against your nature a little bit. But I feel like a word of advice to you is sometimes you're going to have to take that initiative and do something that you wouldn't really do before if you really expect to see any real change being made. And so really the real decision, Virgo, that I see coming for you is, and I can only think of Dumbledore from Harry Potter, and he says, there comes a point in our lives where we have to make a decision between what is right and what is easy. And I think that is where you're at very much right now here with Two of Swords, Virgo. You're deciding between what is right and what is easy, and I think that you know what it is that you need to do. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do a channeled message right now. And we're going to see what else we got for you, Virgo, to conclude your reading. Let's see what we got. Wow. The Wheel of Fortune. So for me, I honestly just feel like telling you the message that is just really just coming through right now is you have put in all the work, you have done enough thinking, and this decision that you're going to make, I think at this point, this is not a matter of you and I know you do this, obsess over the outcome, and you obsess over what if this goes wrong, what if it, and I feel like the gods are saying right now is, don't worry about that. And to me, this is very much just almost like letting things be and letting everything play, letting everything play out. With the Wheel of Fortune, I mean, to me, is literally just that. It's just kind of like everything's up in the air, and you're not really going to be able to know where it is that the wheel's going to stop. But that should not, the fact that you don't know the outcome of a situation should not stop you from making the decision that you know you need to make here with Two of Swords. So even though the Wheel card here is in effect, and this is just a matter of, even if you pull that trigger, no matter what, you're not going to know for sure what's going to happen. But you do know indefinitely that if you continue to remain in this pattern and you continue to remain in whatever this situation is here, you are going to keep up the same kind of thing. So nothing is going to change. So I think if you make that decision, the wheel is going to be an active force here, and it will make differences, and it will make a change for you. What that change is going to be, I don't know, and you will never know with the Wheel of Fortune, but again, it will be a fortunate one. And I think that even if it's not the outcome that you were expecting, it's the one that is going to work out best for you. And I think you're going to be really happy with doing the right thing. And I do mean making that judgment call and stepping out of your comfort zone. Alrighty, Virgo, well, that concludes your reading for this month. It seems you are in a mental crisis, which is nothing new for your sign. So I do hope that next month you do come back with a little bit of better news, and we can check up on you and see if you're doing any better. Well, thank you so much for watching, Virgo, and I will see you next month.